Hey everyone, today essentially what we're going to do is learn how to respond to a bunch of different types of questions in eSchool. So really if you know how to do all these things by the end of the day, you're set to go. It's more just learning how the programs work and less about, English content today. So it should be pretty simple. So the first thing I'm going to teach you guys is how to answer a question directly in your student packet in Google Classroom. This should be really simple for you. We've done this all year. So let's take a look. When I go to the packet, we're in the part that says direct instruction right now. And if you are given a question, okay, and there's a couple different ways you can answer it. The first one is it may not have a check mark like this. These check marks are super important. This green check mark means you need to do the work in another location. But when I look at the first question, it doesn't say that. Similar to the do now, if there's no check mark, you just write the answers right in there. So this should all be filled out from earlier. If not, take a pause and go do that. We're now down here. The first question it has no green check mark, so I'm just going to write the answer here. It says, where will all your material for ELS class be located? Well, my material will be located in, I just need to complete the sentence, in Google Classroom. Make sure you put a period at the end, and you're done with that question. So right now, pause the video and go answer that first question. Start it up again once you're done with the first question. All right, that first question should be done. Now we're going to learn about how to do a question in Google Classroom. You've done this a little bit with Ms. Forth, so it should be pretty simple, but it's a good time to have a review. So this next question says, which core value do you think is most important when participating in eSchool? Sometimes if you see these highlighted, that means I've left you a little note over here in case you forgot the core values. I've listed them all right here for you. Okay, now on this question, the answer, I see that really important green check mark. Pro tip, remember when you see the green check mark, that means you do work in another location. Okay, green check mark. Answer this question in Google Classroom question. So I'm going to go back to Google Classroom. Okay, I'm clicking on classwork at the top. This week, here's my work. I know I'm doing Module 1, and this is question 2. Okay? So when I click on mine, it's going to be a little bit different, but essentially you're going to click on this, and it will take you to another screen. It will give you the question again right here. And on your screen, over in the upper right corner, it's going to say like Submit Answer. So you're going to click on that and type your answer there. Don't comment on the bottom. You're going to submit your answer over here. Okay, so that's all you do. Pause your computer right now, pause the video right now and go answer that question. All right, you should have answered question 2 in Google Classroom. Now we're going to learn how to do something in Google Slides, which is a little bit different. So this one, the question doesn't really make sense. It says, question 3, click and move the correct word into the sentence. I don't see any words here, but I do see another green check mark, which tells me I need to go somewhere else to answer this question. Answer this question in Google Slides, and it says it's linked in Google Classroom. Okay, so this is question 3. Once again, I'm back in my classwork, and here's question 3. I click on it. And then here is your Google slide right here. You double click on that and it's going to bring you a page that looks like this. And now it makes sense. Click and move the correct word into the sentence. Oh, okay. The green check mark is blank because it tells me there is something to do outside of my student packet. These are all vocabulary words we've done this year. And I know that this is the correct answer. Significant, which means important. So I'm going to move this right here. So it says significant. That's all you have to do. So once again, this is a practice. Let's go pause your video and go complete this activity for question 3. All right, now we're ready for the last type of question you're going to be doing. And this is in Microsoft Teams. So looking here, I'm on question 4. During difficult times, it is important to remember to be grateful. What is one thing you are grateful for? Okay, ooh, I see another green check mark tells me I need to go somewhere else, and it says answer this in Microsoft Teams. So here I am in Microsoft Teams. Your page will look a little bit different than mine, but when you click on Teams, you'll see all your classes. So you're going to click on your class, okay? And then over here, you'll see what we call channels. Not really important that you know the word, but you're just looking for the question you're on. So I know this is Module 1, Question 4. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to just type my answer right here. This looks a little weird because I'm the first one, but eventually you'll see a lot of other kids' work. Now, remember the instructions said write and complete sentences, so I need to do that. I am grateful for my health and home. Okay, so period at the end. Then you click enter, and it posts. Now, you can go respond to other people's too right here. If you like somebody's, you can give them a thumbs up. You can maybe give them a heart if you think it's cool. If it's something that's funny, you can do that too. It's really, really important on these platforms that we live our core values of respect and doing your best. Some of you guys might be able to write 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sentences. If that's your best, do that. Okay? Don't worry if you make little errors. As long as you're trying your best, you'll get credit for that. I know what you guys are capable of because I have seen you all year. So as long as you're doing your best, that's what you can do. Okay? We can mute students, but I don't think that will be an issue. Just make sure you're being responsible, showing respect, doing your best on all of these. If I don't think you're doing your best, I'll reach out to you individually to make sure I can get your best work. Also, one last feature, you can reply to specific people in here. So if you just want to reply to the person that left your message, you click reply, and then I'm just going to do practice reply. That just goes to that person. If you want to start a new conversation and when you're ready to answer your question, you would do that down here. Another cool thing, it says type at to mention someone. You can type at, I can do Rebecca Litchin. Oops, she's not in this class, so I could do, it has to be someone in this class. So I could do at April Tovar, and this would write a message that everyone would see, but it would specifically point out and say like, hey, I'm talking to April. Hey, April, I really liked your comment. I'm grateful for that too. Okay, it's a little weird because it's all practice, and then I'd hit enter and it would go, but I'm not going to do that because April hasn't written anything yet. So this is how you work Microsoft Teams. Okay, once again, when you're on your Teams, you go find your class, then you just find the question, and you're going to write your response down here, and it will pop up. You can also comment on other people's responses as well. Make sure to live that core value. So right now, pause the video. You're going to answer question 4 in Microsoft Teams, and then come back here afterwards. All right, you should be done with all 4 questions at this point. Now I'm going to kind of let you go on your own for your independent practice. Once you have done all the independent practice, okay, you're ready for the mastery check, and that's the entire lesson for the day. Can't wait to see your guys' great work. Thank you for doing your best.